Hey, what's up? It's Raven, another NFL Clash video. All right, so I got two big updates for you. It's going to be in two different videos. First video is the patch 1.2 is coming out. We're going to go over it real quick. If you want a really good in-depth version of it, you can check Gorilla's video out. I will put that in the description. But for right now, we're going to go over it. I'm going to get some gameplay going in the background, and we're going to go over this. All right, let's do this one. All right, here we go. So the 1.2 app, it's coming out next week. I don't know when exactly, but look, probably maybe Friday. I don't know. Anyway, long story short, so we're gonna start right from the beginning. Timeouts. All right. Everybody is going to get one timeout. Now, there's going to be no timeouts in overtime, but that's another story. You're going to get one timeout per game, not half, per game. And hey, listen, that's something we all wanted. There's going to be a button, a timeout button somewhere on the screen. And that's a good way to, relegate your time in the game. Maybe you don't want to, maybe give you a last minute ditch effort and thinking about what you want to do on that fourth down and 2 seconds to go in the game. All right, so overtime. Overtime, there's going to be no clock. It's going to be, I talked about this before in a previous video. It's going to be like NFL rules where each team's going to get the ball from the 25 and they're going to try to score. It's very simple. You're going to start your 25-yard line. You're going to get four downs to try to score a touchdown or a field goal. And if that happens, or you go, 4 and out, let's just say you score one way or the other, unless it's a safety. I think safety ends the game. There will be no game clock, so it's just, there's no time management here. The defense will then turn into the offense, and then they'll go from their 25-yard line and try to score. So if there's an interception, a fumble, a turnover on down, with one team already scoring, the game is over. So this is, again, something we wanted because overtime pretty much stinks right now. It's just a continuation of whoever had the ball the fourth quarter. And so now each team's going to get a chance. Now, if you both score touchdowns, it's going to end up in a tie. This might, lead to more ties, but whatever. You know what? We're getting something that we wanted. We're getting a shot to win the game in overtime. We're getting a timeout button, which doesn't include overtime, but, the game creators are listening to us and pretty much, listen, don't nitpick. This is what we wanted. This is what we're getting. They're listening to us. And, how many games out there listen to their, fan base? Not very much. So, take what you can get. This is good for the game. And it can only lead to better things in the game going forward. All right. Anyway, the next thing is players in motion. There's no more of that guy that you're playing that moves 75 guys back and forth. It's horrible, it's unrealistic, and it's annoying. You can only move one player at a time, and the defense can move, any which way they want, even after the clock expires. This is another good thing because I'm tired of playing that guy that moves 36 receivers around the whole, until the snap. It sucks. Let's put it that way. All right. Okay, receivers are going to have more than one route. Right now, if you look on the right side, I got Calvin Ridley running right down the field. If you tapped on him, depending on if you tap on the receiver, his route will change. Okay, so I don't have a visual. So like I said, Gorilla has a video where he goes over exactly what these routes are. So if you know anything about football, you'll hear, you know, you'll take the routes that I name and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But that's not for everybody. I get it. So like I said, if you need a more visual version of what I'm talking about, please check out Gorilla's video, and that will be in the description. So if you're a deep threat, Corey Davis, AJ Green, Terry McLaurin, you're running straight up the field. If you tap on him, he'll run a post. If you tap on him again, he'll run a flag. If you don't know what a flag is, it's pretty much a reverse post. It's a post just going in the opposite direction. If you're a balanced receiver or an all-purpose running back, your initial running back, Justin Jefferson, is the one I could think of. He runs a 10 and in. If you tap him, he will run pretty much like a square in. It's about 10 yards and then across the field. And if you tap him again, they run it up and out, which I haven't seen in this game before. So you're going to run about, let's say, 10 yards forward, then across the field towards the sideline, and then up the field again. So that's pretty exciting. I don't know if your quarterback has enough time to hit a guy running that route, but still, that's pretty exciting. And then possession wide receivers and satellite running backs. Again, you're gonna run that maybe 10-yard in on your Justin Jefferson is the first guy I can think of that runs that route. Let me just get another game going real quick while I talk. The second, if you tap on them again, they're going to run a circle route, which is kind of like a square in. It's just more of a rounded, and it's more like a 5 to 10 yard instead of 10 to 15 yard. And then if you tap him again, he's just going to run a pretty much flat pass or a square out. He's going to run about 5 to 10 yards up the field and then hit the sideline. So that's for, satellite backs and wide receiver, possession wide receiver. And then if you tap them 4 times, they'll go back to the default. So that's on that's on deep passing plays. Okay, on regular passing plays, the deep threat will run on his initial pass will run about 15 to 20 yards up the field and then pretty much turn and stop. The second route, he'll run about the same, 15, 20 yards and then square in. And then the third tap will be the same thing, about 15, 20 yards and square out towards the sideline. And that's a deep threat. A balanced wide receiver, all-purpose running back, they're going to run about 5 to 10 yards and turn around. The second route will be a slant in and across the field. So almost like a skinny post, they call it. And then the third route they run is called more like a fade. So you're going to, wherever he starts, let's say, right on where the line ends, instead of going straight or a slant one way or the other, he's going to drift towards the sideline and then run up the field. And then your possession receivers and satellite backs, they're going to run pretty much the same route, 5 yards and in on the first route. The second route will be that skinny post I was talking about, but it'll be only 5 to 10 yards. And then the third route will be, I don't even say 10 yards. So yeah, 5 to 10 yards, I guess is right. And then the next route will be 5 to 10 yards right towards the sideline. So that's a lot. So you're getting a lot of different routes for your receivers and backs, which is great because now when you place a guy, the defense doesn't really know where they're going to run, and this might help zone defense a little bit better. We don't know. We're gonna have to see. The meta is definitely going to change, but we'll see what happens. Okay, So basically, the next thing that they're going to do is Saquon Barkley. I talked about this. So I said that they were going to pretty much upgrade other players to counter him. Well, I was wrong. So basically, they're going to decrease his agility and his speed to make him a little bit more bearable when playing against him. And then Devonte Adams, this is I didn't know this was a thing. Devonte Adams, his ability is pretty much catch everything, right? Well, his ability triggered when the quarterback threw the ball. Now they change it so that his ability will either work or not work when he catches the ball. So basically, the difference is when your quarterback was throwing the ball and his ability was activated, it was ignoring that second and third defender. So I think his ability was to ignore a coverage. So basically, this is why he was catching balls over 2 and 3 guys, because those other receivers, those other defenders weren't even their abilities weren't even in play here. So now, if you have him one-on-one with a guy, and let's say you have a safety move over, he might ignore the initial cornerback's ability, but not the second one. So that might actually solve the Devonte Adams problems. We'll see, but like I said, I didn't even know that was a thing. I just he just was broken, but now they're going to fix it where it's possible where he still might ignore the coverage of one guy, but the second and third guy maybe not. So it leads to more broke up passes, which is definitely good. All right, let's see. They're taking kickoffs out of the game. I don't know about this. I'm not a big fan of this. I like kickoffs. I like watching my quarterbacks run kickoffs, my generic kick returner run kickoffs. So everybody's going to start at the 25. They're extending the pre-snap timer to 14 seconds. They said that they will revisit kickoffs in a future release. So if you want kickoffs back, please, say something. The Discord's always there. They're listening. I'm definitely going to make my voice heard about the kickoffs. I have before, but I'm going to again. Anyway, last thing is the power running back will now fall forward 5 yards when they're tackled. So, hey, Mark Ingram, Derrick Henry, if you need that 5 yards, if you're you need a quick touchdown, run into the line like you have been, and when you get tackled, you'll fall forward and get that touchdown anyway. So, again, I don't know if that's going to help the meta. I don't know if that's going to help those types of players. But it's, again, something positive, So, so outside of the overtime rules, the timeouts being added, the whole set of receiving plays, Saquon and Devonte being nerfed, no kickoffs, boo, and the power runner being tackled with 5 yards gained on the play. Those are all new. They're coming out next week, maybe hopefully by the weekend, maybe even maybe Tuesday. I know a lot of stuff likes to come out on Tuesday for whatever reason, but anyway, this is all positive. Please join the Discord. It's in the description. Make your voice heard. There's so many people already who are adding suggestions, making quips and qualms, voicing their opinions about things they don't like, things they like, whatever. And the developers are listening. They're talking, to the players, the fan base, and they're changing the game. They're helping everybody, So again, this is all positive. This is, I know the game is relatively new. It's been, officially released in October, and it's 2 months in. And believe me, the development team, the GM, they're all listening, and this is only a positive, and this only makes the game better. So please join the Discord, join the Reddit. Everything's in the description, and make your voice heard because you want this game to be better. Well, there you go. You have the power. We have the power. So let's get it done. Anyway, so this was just a quick video running through all the new stuff. Like I said, if you want a more in-depth visual answer to what the receiving plays look like, you can watch Gorilla's video, which will be in the description. You can go to the Reddit, which there are pictures of what everything looks like, and check all that stuff out. Subscribe here. I'm gonna be covering everything. Like this video. I have one more video that I'm gonna make right after this, based on a new event. It was supposed to be Corey Davis. I don't know what happened there. They changed it. That's fine. I will go over that in the next video. Until then, I will see you in the next one. Take care.